Have you ever looked at someone and realized it was too late to save them? Not too late in the sense of time. Too late because the world had already swallowed them whole. And the worst part? You watched it happen, step by step, and you did nothing. That's exactly what Wallace's scene in The Wire does to you. A punch to the gut that never goes away. And today, I need you to understand why. Close your eyes for a second. Picture a 13-year-old kid, a child's face, a smile that hasn't yet learned to distrust the world. That kid is Wallace. He lives on the streets of Baltimore, in a place where drugs are the only economy that works. He didn't choose this life. This life chose him before he could even spell his own name. And here's the detail that wrecks anyone. Wallace takes care of other children in an apartment falling apart. No electricity, barely any running water. He wakes up the younger kids to go to school. He heats up chicken nuggets in the microwave to serve as dinner. He's father, mother, and big brother all at once. And he's still a child himself. Now, think with me for a second. If someone with that kind of heart had been born in a different zip code, what would his story look like? A doctor? A teacher? Maybe just a normal kid playing ball in the park after school. But Wallace was born where he was born. And his zip code became a death sentence. When he witnesses something he shouldn't have, fear takes over. He tries to get out. He asks for help. He goes to the police thinking there's a way out. And what does the system do for him? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They send him right back to the same hell he tried to escape from. And then comes the scene I can't get out of my head. Two boys he considered friends, Bodie and Poot, receive the order to eliminate Wallace. Bodie holds the gun with a steady hand, but Poot trembles because Poot knows. He knows who Wallace really is. He knows that boy didn't deserve a single second of what was coming, and still, he pulls the trigger too. This scene doesn't show you gratuitous violence. It shows you what happens when an entire system decides that certain lives are disposable. When the machine is so massive that even the people who love you become instruments of your destruction. And then comes D'Angelo, that moment that became the series' signature. He looks at Stringer Bell and asks, "Where's Wallace? Where's Wallace, String?" His voice breaks. It's not anger, it's pure desperation, because D'Angelo already knows the answer. He just needs to hear someone have the courage to say it out loud. And Stringer looks away, because to him, Wallace was already a solved problem, a name crossed off the list. You know what makes this one of the greatest scenes in television history? It doesn't need an explosion. It doesn't need special effects. It only needs one question repeated 3 times, and a silence that weighs more than any answer ever could. The Wire was never about good guys and bad guys. It was about how the machine, the streets, the politics, the police, the schools, chews people up and spits out the bones without remorse. Wallace is the living proof of that, or rather, the proof that's no longer alive. David Simon created the series to make you uncomfortable, so you wouldn't change the channel and forget, so that Wallace's face would stay glued to your memory as a reminder. There are thousands of Wallaces in the real world, and the system keeps running exactly the same way. Now, tell me one thing before you go. If D'Angelo's question never got an answer, is it because nobody knows where Wallace is, or because nobody wants to admit where they sent him?